Hi guys, Aaron Leaf Green, the Green Psychic. Welcome to another Sunday night live, not live, but free reading. Okay, so this week we have birds, bats, and butterflies. So I will put the timestamps up in a sec. Just want to say to anybody that's new here, just choose one pile. Choose one thing, either the birds, the bats, or the butterflies, whatever your spirit animal is, whatever you identify as, whatever you're attracted to. Choose one and then watch that corresponding reading for you, okay? Also, if you're new or if you haven't got around to it yet, guys, please like and subscribe and follow on whatever social media platform you're watching, and go follow on the others as well if you're there. And if you do want a full reading, you can contact me at thegreenspsychic@gmail.com or on any of the social medias. Okay, well that pretty much sums it up. So I hope you guys have a good week ahead. Here's the timestamps and let's get into it. Hi guys, Aaron Leaf Green, the Green Psychic. Okay, so if you chose birds for this week, this is your reading. Okay, so your overall card is the conflict card, but it is upside down, so rest assured. This is a lack of conflict, this is avoiding conflict, this is getting over conflict. It's a lot of clear air ahead for you at the moment, okay? So if you have been having a tough couple of weeks, which I know a lot of people have, I feel like it's coming to an end for you this week. And it could just be that simply nothing happens this week with that causes you pain and suffering and anger and fucking pisses you off. So yeah, let's just hope that that is the case. Okay, so I've got the overseas travel card here as your first card out. Now the overseas travel card does talk obviously about travel. Look, if there's any talk of travel or planning holidays or whatever, right now is not the time for you. But this is talking about not getting over something, or somebody not getting over something that's happened to you recently. So because we're talking about the end of conflict, or there's not going to be conflict, there's not going to be conflict because there's going to be resolution there, okay? So a lot of times, let's go hypothetically, a lot of times we have conflict or a fight because there's miscommunication. Something, you didn't get the whole story, or somebody took some part of what you've said and run with it, whatever. But this week there is the need to really get to the bottom and go, okay, so what are you angry about? What am I angry about? Why is this happening? Like, what's going on? And getting to the bottom of it, rather than just being angry and reacting, okay? So the overseas travel card is saying that there is a big piece of information here that you're missing, or that hasn't come to you yet. So you're really going to have to pull out those detective skills to get to the bottom of it. Speak to a couple of people around you to get other points of view, because a lot of times we are dumbfounded. Why has that person got such an issue with what I said? Until you speak to somebody else and they point out, well, you know, A, B, and C are the reasons why they're probably really pissed at you for that, or vice versa, okay? When I say talk to people about the situation, try and talk to people that are not involved in the direct situation, because you don't want talking about a situation to bleed into bitching about bitching and gossiping about a situation. That's not helpful at any time. So yeah, this is about getting some more information, okay? Now I've got the pregnancy card and it's upside down. So this is look, whatever's going on at the moment with this conflict or this problem around you, it's not going to turn into a bigger problem as long as you do the hard work now and really get to the bottom of it and try and clear the air. If you're actively trying to clear the air, then you're going to have great success. If you're not, then if you're running away from it or ignoring it, look, I'm advising you not to do that. Like, that's what the cards are saying. Don't do that, because you know, that could lead to bigger problems. If we ignore problems, they just get bigger and bigger and bigger, okay? So this is saying that this isn't going to turn into bigger problems as long as you really go after this person, this particular conflict, or to get the resolution. I'm tongue-tied today. So to put this in another perspective for you guys, look, this could be to do with work. There's a work issue around you, and you're trying to work out whether you want to go for another job. You want to get out of this place and go for another job. If that's truly what you want to do, then go for it. Like, there's no conflict there stopping you from. There's nothing that's going to stop you from getting another job. However, are you feeling that you're wanting another job because people are being mean to you at work and gossiping, or because you feel like that the workload is too high? Like, this is where you need to be proactive and go and speak to your bosses first and say, look, I am thinking about looking for another job because, you know, you guys don't pay me enough, or there's too much work and it's not fairly designated between everybody. You know, there are ways to get around this situation where your bosses could turn around and go, okay, well, not a problem, we didn't realize you felt that way. Because a lot of times bosses don't treat you fairly. If you keep your head down and keep doing the work, even though they keep giving you more, they're not going to turn around and go, oh, hey, you know what, you're working too hard, we're going to give it to somebody else. Nobody's going to do that. You've heard the saying, the squeaky wheel gets the grease. So the ones that are whinging and complaining and the bludgers that, oh, I'm so busy, I can't do this, that are doing half the amount of work as you, if you keep doing double the amount of work, of course management is going to keep giving you that work. So it's time to speak up. Like, there are ways out of this. Okay, there is the transformation card. So this is what I'm saying. As long as you do the hard work as far as communicating and trying to get to the bottom of an issue and the problem, there is going to be positive transformation. I should point out, positive transformation. The pregnancy card upside down is, to me, is saying that this week that there's not going to be a negative. Nothing negative is going to come from this. You do have the positive transformation card. Okay, so as long as you do the hard work and not just run away or stick your head in the sand or go, I can't deal with this at the moment, there is going to be a positive outcome here for you. And transformation meaning change. Things are actually going to change. It's not just going to be you get a pat on the head by your boss, or your partner decides to buy you a box of chocolates to say hi. There's actual change. There's actual structure here where things are going to get better for you. Okay, I do have the work card here. It is positive. Well, I am getting positive. My cards do have multiple meanings, whether they're upside down or right way up, but it's more so what I'm getting at the time that I'm reading the card. And right now I'm getting positive work, okay? But it's also saying that you do have work to be done in order to clear the air, to resolve the conflicts that have been happening around you, to avoid conflicts that may be around you at the moment. There is some work to be done, but it's going to pay off for you in a really good way. Again, you've got the positive transformation card here. This is talking about change and a positive change, growth, all things good. So yeah, it might take a little bit of work, but you can get ahead and make your life happier by doing this. Okay, got the emotion card here, and it is upside down. To me, this is saying that there aren't going to be it's not going to be a massively emotional week this week or over the next couple of weeks, depending when you're tuning in, how regularly you tune in. But these readings are just a little bit of a snapshot of what's just ahead for you. Okay, so this is not overly emotional, and I mean that in a good way. I'm not saying that you're not going to be smiling and laughing and having all, but when I say not overly emotional, I don't mean swamped down with anxiety and depression and all of that negative emotion. So it's going to be lighthearted. Okay, again, this is if you're doing that hard work, trying your best to avoid conflict, to sort out the problems and to move forward. These are all good things that are coming for you. The last card is the home card, the house card. It is a wish card. So it is a positive outcome for you, and it's not just a positive outcome, it's actually a wish come true. It is how you would love this problem or this situation to resolve. That's what this house card is insinuating. That's what it's getting to, that if you do the hard work and, you know, try to do your best to avoid conflict and all of that crap, you're going to have a positive outcome here. Okay, alright guys, well, I'm going to leave it there. I hope that was helpful. If you do want a full reading, you can contact me at thegreenspsychic@gmail.com or through any of the socials. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, follow, all those good things, because the more momentum I get, the more I'm planning on being able to give back. Okay, so I hope that helped, and I'll see you next week. Bye, guys. Hi, guys. Aaron Leaf Green, the Green Psychic. Okay, so if you chose bats, the bats this week, this is your reading. Okay, so the overall card for you this week is communication, and it's upside down. So straight off the bat, miscommunication. There's a lot of miscommunication going on. You're either getting the wrong idea, or you're not getting the full picture. You haven't got the full story. Okay, so regardless of whether something good is happening to you at the moment, something bad, something miserable, whatever, don't just automatically think, okay, I've got all the information and now I'm going to react positively or negatively or whatever. Okay, so if there's work shuffles, if people are shuffling around at work in different departments and you feel like you're going to get shafted and sent over into another department that you don't want to do, or you're going to get extra work, don't freak out just yet, because there's more communication coming. This could just be a temporary shuffle while they hire new people in and start training them up. Instead of moving you, they could actually be getting you to train new people or get you to oversee something. So it's not necessarily all hands on deck, hell's about to break loose. Okay, again, positively, things might be going really well for you at the moment. Look, you know the saying, if something's too good to be true, it normally is. If it seems too good to be true, it normally is. So with this, I'm not saying panic, I'm not saying don't be happy, but just wait for the other shoe to drop. Okay, normally, well, right now I'm getting that if you have got positive things happening around you at the moment, it's not necessarily going to completely reverse and turn to crap. Okay, it's just that there's a bit of a catch there that you need to look into. And I still think that even if you could click my fingers and give you and let you know what that catch is, I still think you'd be happy. But there's still going to be an aha, I knew there was something else kind of moment coming for you. Okay, now the first card out is the travel card. So this is movement. This is good. This is movement forward, and I feel like in a positive way. Okay, so again, good or bad, whatever the communication is, whatever the story or the issue is going around you at the moment, there is movement forward and it is heading in the right direction. Okay, so again, let's go with the work thing. You're shuffling around and changing departments and on you and all that stuff. This might work out to be the greatest thing since sliced bread for you. Okay, look, I talk from personal experience. I just realized I got shafted out of my department. The last job that I had, that I was there for 10 years, I got shafted out of my department into another one, and I went kicking and screaming, and I was so pissed off because I didn't get a choice. They're just like, no, we're changing your departments. About 2 weeks after I was in that new department, I went back into the HR manager's office, and I sat down and I go, I want to apologize about how hard I kicked a stink up about all of this, because I love this new department. And they were pleasantly surprised, not that they cared one way or another, and not, you know, I didn't feel the need to thank them for doing that because I was still pissed off the way they went about it. But me being me, I wanted to go and give that feedback that no more problems, I'm actually happy with this. So again, you know, when bad things happen, sometimes it can end up being a really good thing for us. Likewise, like I just said, if there's an issue around you that's good, you know, you might be selling a house or buying a house or getting a new job or something. There may be something that you haven't found out yet, but doesn't matter, because this is all still working in the right way for you. You're headed in the right direction. Okay, I've got the summer card here. It's a time to chill, the energy is very chill and relaxing. Okay, it's not saying well, if you want to take a holiday, take a holiday, but it's not saying just sit back and chill. That's not what the holiday card is. The summer card is. It's about enjoyment and enjoying, you know. They say that if you love what you do, then you'll never spend one day working in your life. And I'm thankful fall into that category. However, I also still understand that, you know, even a job that you hate doing or don't want to do, if you're surrounded by the right people and you've got the right environment, it can still be an enjoyable thing to be at work. There's always a good thing. There's always something good about going to work, okay? Even if it's just to get you out of the house. But it's talking, that's what the 7 card's talking about this week. It's about enjoying, having that enjoyment and feeling that energy. Now, this isn't saying you need to go out of your way to make that happen. It's saying that it's going to happen for you. So just go with the flow, and it is going to work out in your benefit. Okay, the next card is a baby card. So it's a brand new start. It's a brand new beginning. A fresh start. Let's say a fresh start, because again, these readings are a snapshot of what's just ahead for you. They're not like really big readings. So the baby card here is talking about a fresh start, a new beginning. So again, if you're changing roles, a new beginning, a fresh start in a good way. This is a positive thing. This isn't oh my god, I'm going to hate my work and I'm going to have to quit. Okay. Again, if there's positive stuff happening around you, go with it, because this is a good beginning. This is a beautiful thing for you. Very positive. I've got the life lesson card here. So this is life learning. So yes, I've been doing the positive and negative thing around the communication. I'm actually being really more drawn to most people going through negative communication, not getting the full picture, and kind of reacting before getting the full story. And that's kind of what this life lesson card is saying, that, you know, make sure that before you react one way or another, regardless of, when I say react, before, I'm not just saying that you've got half the story, so you're going to go and start a fight with somebody and bite somebody's head off and blah blah blah. That's not even what I'm talking about. Like, just the way that we react. We hear something and we're like, bang, we suddenly have that snap moment in our head where we're really angry and really disappointed in people. And, you know, before, that's what this lesson card is. Before we even get to that stage, make sure you get the full story. Make sure if there's something that doesn't seem right, investigate it. With me, when something doesn't seem right, it's normally a lie. That's how my brain works. I don't lie in general, because there's no point in it as far as I'm concerned. The truth always comes out. So regardless of that, part of your life lessons this week, or part of the life learning, is to not overreact or not react until you get the full picture. Especially when you know you don't have the full picture, like there's somebody else you need to speak to, or there's something else that you're waiting on a response or something like that. Don't react until you have the full picture, as much as you can. Like, we're always going to have a knee-jerk reaction, that's fine, but try and control yourself until you've got the full picture. Okay, the last card is the sex card, and it's upside down. So look, the sex card is a desire card, and this being upside down, it's kind of like there is a little bit of negativity here, as like, you know, I feel like that I'm saying to you something, there's good stuff coming for you. You're headed in the right direction. It's all going to be good, but this sex card at the end is basically saying that don't think that it's going to be a wish come true, like you're never going to have a problem again. Like, there's what's ahead for you is good, but don't rest. Don't go, okay, I've made it and I'm good and I don't have to worry. Like, you're not in that situation at the moment. It's a good situation, but again, this is just a snapshot of what's just ahead for you, and over the next couple of weeks. You know, in 2 months' time, the novelty might wear off at a new job, or the partnership. You know, you might be starting to date somebody right now and it's all good, and in 2 months' time you're like, well, we've got nothing in common and I don't feel comfortable with this person. Okay, so this isn't necessarily saying that it is going to end badly or there is something to worry about. It's just saying, don't just think that you've made it 100% and you can rest. Okay, you still need to keep working. Such is life. We don't rest until the day we die. Alright, so I'll wrap it up there, guys. I hope that helped. If you do want a full reading for it's normally a 6-month period, feel free to contact me at thegreenspsychic@gmail.com or via any of the socials, which also, please don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe. Hope that helped, guys. I will see you next week. Hi guys, Aaron with Green, the Green Psychic. Okay, so if you chose butterflies this week, this is your reading. This week, the overall card for you guys is the Winter card. Now, this is what's hard about me doing a general for everybody, because one card can mean 16 different things for 22 different people. So the Winter card, yes, it is about protection. It is a protection card. It's talking about putting up a bubble. It's not necessarily saying all hell's about to break loose, so brace yourself, but it is kind of like, look, you might be in for a rough week or a rough couple of weeks, so put up your bubbles. Put up your bubble, put up your shield, just put on your big boy pants or your big girl pants, because that could mean anything. It could mean that somebody around you is going to have a bad attitude and take it all out on you. It could just mean that you might wake up tomorrow feeling a bit low, and so you need to have a bit of a thicker skin when dealing with people, all that great stuff. So it's take it with a grain of salt, because it is kind of like, look, just protect yourself, just be aware of yourself and how you're feeling, and be aware of people around you, how they're feeling as well, because that'll be your best scenario. The other thing with the protection card, not so much on the flip side, but another pathway of this card is creating a bubble. Same thing, but instead of protection, it's a bubble of like a love bubble. So you could be about to get into a new relationship and create that love bubble where the rest of the world doesn't exist. This could be you're starting a new project, whether it be a piece of art or a new job or working on your car or learning how to bake. You're creating this bubble around you where that's your main focus, and everything else can get stuffed. Okay, and that's kind of a positive thing that I feel is when you put yourself in a bit of a bubble like that, so that you can concentrate. As long as you don't put yourself in those love bubbles or that passion bubble, and I'm going to work on my car, I'm going to take up baking, because you don't want to deal with reality. That's not a good thing. You can't cut yourself off from reality 100%, because that's a bad thing. Now, the first card out is the connection card. It's upside down, so I do feel like that this is kind of a lack of connection. You may have had a fight with a significant partner, or at work, or a friend, or a family. There might be a disconnect going on, or somebody else, one of your friends has gone out to a party and you weren't invited, and you kind of butthurt about it. There is that kind of sense of being distant and being a little bit hurt here. So again, the protection bubble, thicken up the skin and just take it day by day. Also that bubble of, well, screw the world, I'm going to go and binge watch The Walking Dead, which I'm doing, but not because screw the world, but just because I enjoy the show. So look, take it with a grain of salt, okay? Don't run away from the problem. When you're feeling better about it, by all means, go and watch something, or go and work on the car, or learn to bake, or whatever. But don't throw yourself 100% in that, so that you're not concentrating on whatever else is happening. It is a good coping mechanism, 100%. But at the end of the day, I feel like that there is a bit of, no, I don't want to say overreaction, but just feeling it a lot more this week, being a little bit more emotional than normal. So allow yourself a couple of days to start feeling better, but then address the problem. Okay, this isn't a problem that you stick your head in the sand and ignore. Okay, you've got to address the problem, otherwise it's going to go on and on and on. But I do feel like you are going to address the problem. Circumstances are just going to happen where you're going to tackle that. It's just going to be unavoidable in a positive way. So look, I've got the sadness card upside down, the heartbreak. This is resolution and rekindling and reconnection and reconciliation, which was the first word I was trying to get to. So this is coming back together. So this is a good thing. Again, take your little bit of a time, but don't run away from the problems. Go for it and try and sort it out. Even if it's like, hey mate, you went to that party and I didn't get invited, and what's up with that? And have that conversation, or whatever the case may be. Talk about it, because this is how you're going to resolve that. The other person, I feel, is going to be like, oh my god, I'm so sorry I didn't invite you, or look, I didn't invite you because you said you had plans and your ex-partner was coming with their new partner, and I know you didn't want to see that. Whatever, there's going to be an explanation. There is a surprise and celebration for you ahead. It might be a birthday. There's a lot of Pisces birthdays coming up, including my own. It could be a celebration, a significant celebration like that. But I do feel like that there is some sort of a celebration coming up, a random one, where it's kind of like, maybe because you pointed out that, well, I got cut because I didn't get invited to that party, or we had plans and you went out elsewhere. Oh, well, I'm so sorry to hear about that. How about we go out to dinner tonight? Or we go out on the weekend, we hit the city, you know. I feel like that there is some sort of a celebration, some sort of a surprise ahead for you in a positive format because of that, as long as you're doing the right work. And when I say communicate and talk about the issue or the problem that you're experiencing, it's not in a bitchy way, it's not in an aggressive way, it's not in a conflict, way. It is genuinely, I feel hurt because, or I feel disappointed because, okay? And that's how you're going to move forward here. The next card is the illusion. The illusion card is saying that you don't have the full picture. Things are not what they seem. So again, you might be butthurt because your friend went to a party and you don't know why, but you could be like, oh, well, they think I'm boring and don't want me there, when in actual fact they're actually gone out for a night. Some of your friends have gone out for a night to plan your birthday party. And so there is not what you think, it's actually the opposite, you know. So the illusion card is around you. Like, you know, the illusion card is also talking about deceit, when people are two-sided and they're lying to you or not telling you something. But for your reading this week, the illusion card, that's why I changed it to illusion rather than deceit, because it's not a bad illusion. It's just kind of like the universe is saying to you, okay, wait, before you get really, really upset, you don't have the full picture, okay? So you need, just give it a bit of time and you're going to get the full picture, okay? Which bleeds into the last two cards. The next card is the love and romance card, and the last card is the prosperity and money card. So this is what it's saying. You might be feeling really hurt right now, but it is going to turn around. It is kind of like, okay, well, you don't have the full picture, but the full picture is all based around love and support for you. You know, like I said, one of the examples earlier, your friend turned around and said, well, I didn't invite you because, you know, your ex-partner's coming and with their new partner, and I really didn't think you would want to be in that situation. You know, that's actually love and support and respect. It could have been handled a different way, but the overall reason why they didn't invite you is because they didn't want you to get upset. They didn't want to see you hurt, you know. It's probably not the clearest example, but the example is there. So I do feel like that a lot of around you at the moment is going to turn into love. So again, your overall card is that love bubble. So if you are starting new romance and all that, great. There's a lot of positivities there for you. If it is about raising your shields and protecting yourself a little bit, it is going to come out that you are going to be feeling better and you're going to feel the love by the end of the week, or over the next couple of weeks, okay? Same thing as prosperity. This is luck. This is good luck. This is money. This is good times ahead, good fortune, and this is all headed for you, okay? So the illusion right now is where you're stuck. It's not what it appears to be. You don't have the full picture. It's not completely clear, okay? But you will be able to sort it out sooner or later. But it is going to work out very well for you. Okay, guys, I'm going to wrap it up there. If you do want a full reading, you can contact me at thegreenspsychic@gmail.com or through any of the socials. Likewise, please like, comment, subscribe, follow, all that stuff on the socials. And if you do want a full reading, which normally covers the next 6 months, you can contact me at thegreenspsychic@gmail.com. I've lost the plot. So, guys, go with it. I'm sorry, I'm picking up stuff. There's a Stacey, a Belinda, an Alan, and I'm Aaron. There's comments coming out that just wait, it's going to get better. Big surprise, big surprise, big surprise. So they were yelling at me before I ended it. Alright, catch you guys.